Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Studio Series 86 Commander Class Ultra Magnus. You can see him there in front of his box. We'll go ahead and put him off the side real quick and take a look inside the box. You see it is a full bit of artwork of, him, defending the shuttles while they're getting ready to leave because, the second wave of Decepticon attacks and everything. You got 8621 and Ultra Magnus and Transformers movie logo and Takara, Hasbro, Generations, all that stuff. On top here you have Transformers movie plus a little bit of artwork of the shuttle leaving. On this side you have a close-up of Ultra Magnus. On this side you have, Ultra Magnus and authentic Transformers. On the bottom you have a bunch of red and manufacturing stuff and what's included in recycle and barcode and all that stuff. And on the back you have, product shots and whatnot, and big, copyrights and warnings, and big screen and conspired and all that, and backdrop included. And Ultra Magnus leads offensive measures against the Decepticons invading Autobot City, and also works with deluxe class figures. Yeah. Also, of course, on the inside you can see, it talks about the thing, which you have the big old. This is the first Studio Series Commander class, so you have the big old diorama display thing. Got the Autobot shuttle right there. And of course, you can put Magnus right there if you want on the display. If you'd like to do that, I'm just going to recycle it though. So there you go. It also comes with instructions, which fairly detailed actually. There's quite a lot going on here with Magnus because there's a lot of things to cover with him. Include not just transformation, but a whole bunch of little accessories and whatnot, and secrets and stuff. But yeah, Magnus. You can see, yes, first Studio Series Commander class, maybe first of many. We'll see what comes down the line. But yeah, he's a wide boy. You can see that. But yeah, getting in close real quick, you can see looking at his head. You can see the silvery face. The antenna are separate in the package. You have to not only put them on, but make sure they are marked left and right to make sure they are put on correctly. Otherwise, they tend to fall out. So make sure you get the right one in the right spot. But yeah, you can see that face right there. He does have light piping. You can see it is clear on the back and tinted very light blue on the front. So it pops really well in certain lighting. You can even see right here, it pops pretty well. Yeah, you got, of course, the red and blue chests with the kind of the windows. You can see a bit of a matrix popping through right there. We'll talk about that in a little bit. You got the big old smoke, big old stacked shoulder bits in blue. Mine's got a little chip right there, unfortunately, and then the red Autobot logo right there. All that blue and the white belt thing, and the blue and red, and you've got reds, whites, and blues all over the place, and nice little bit of detailing there on the shins. He's got a big old stomping boots on the back. He is actually pretty clean, really well. Cleans up really well. You got this nice backpack with a bit of silver right there, just like you're supposed to have. He's got the butt flap he's supposed to have as well, not a massive one, all that stuff. He is very nice looking, even if he's wide. I'm okay with him being wide like this. Yeah. Of course, he does have several accessories, including little rocket things, which are two different parts, which comes in handy a little bit later. But yeah, you can plug those into little ports on the shoulders because that's where they go, because that's where they always go. Right there on the shoulders, make them even wider. He's got two guns. His kind of more default and more well-known gun, which is kind of the one that most Magnuses come with, this gun that looks like this. And that, of course, goes in his hands no problem as long as you have the fingers aligned up properly. The little one in his hands. And it also has this gun, which, if you remember, I believe this is the gun he picks up when they crash land on Junkion. He picks it up when they, crash the shuttle, and then he picks this particular gun up. So he's got two guns. Hooray. And on top of that, he has some blast effects. Quite a few of them, actually. It's it's a whole set of these. You got these are from Siege Omega Supreme. There's a whole bunch of them. And of course, they're compatible with both his guns. Just, right there. And right there. These can come off, and those are compatible with the blast effects as well. So we got all that stuff going on, which is pretty neat. Believe that unfortunately the tips of these are not blast effect compatible, but are these? No, they are not. I was wondering maybe if you could, nope. I mean, you could do that. Kind of looks a little weird though, because yeah, it's like that's kind of backwards from what you intended, but I don't know. But yeah, he is back, Blast Effect compatible. Got a bunch of Blast Effects. Yeah, it's the repaint of the Omega Supreme one, but that's not a problem really. I usually just put these in a drawer, or actually not in a drawer, but like in a box usually. So you got a whole bunch of them. You got the again the really big base one. You got the slightly smaller one, this other smaller one, the longer one, and then of course one of the 3 tips. So if you want a big blast, you can do that as well. I'm just gonna put those off the side for now. But yeah, those are blast effects. But yeah, of course, the other accessory he has is the Matrix, and this is the cool part, which is it opens just like it does in the movie. So the blue bit opens upward. The blue T opens upward. When you do, it's spring loaded, which is pretty cool. There's a little Matrix in there. Even though he's not worthy. You can see said Matrix. It is silver, copper, translucent bluish color. There's a peg hole in the back for certain, because it's pretty much the same Matrix we've seen a million times. But it just kind of hooks in right over these little tabs right there. You can either have it in there or have it not in there, whichever you want. And of course, yeah. And of course, it's nice. There's a little bit of silver paint right here too on the inside. That's pretty neat. And there's also some, again, real nice detailing on the inside there. That's pretty cool. You can just hold those closed and then bring this down over and latch it in place. And there you go. Matrix is nice and secure until, well, he gets blown up on Junkion. And speaking of being blown up on Junkion, yeah, that's a thing that he can do as well. We'll get these out of the way. That's another thing he can do. They kind of reuse some old technology. You might recognize it. You can see, hey, look, these little bits right here on the legs. Yeah, these are very strong springs, by the way. So there's no worry about this coming loose on its own. But yeah, you can separate the limbs, just separate all that. The first few times I also noticed it's very difficult because it goes on there pretty strong. Those just come off really, like that. Press those in. For the arms though, you have to move this up like that, and then there's that bit right there. Then you can separate it out. And then look, now Ultra Magnus is blown up by Galvatron and the sweeps. And yeah, he's in pieces. And you can have Junkions reassemble them or whatever including having it done backwards, I believe. Yeah, because I think they showed him being reassembled backwards. I guess you could pop the head off the ball joint too if you want. But yeah. Yeah, I got this core body. Is it Modern Wars compatible? Not really. It's a similar system, but it is definitely different. These are, if you notice, these are a bit thinner, I believe, than the Combiner Wars one. It's a similar system, but it's definitely not the same system. Also, getting it reattached can be a bit of a chore. Sometimes it works with you, but yeah. My one complaint really about this robot mode is these bits right here. They're supposed to kind of like sit like this, but they're very loose. These are very loose on the pins, so they're supposed to like lay flat, but they tend to droop or sit way too high. It's not the end of the world, but it is a little bit of an annoyance. Just a small one for me. But one other thing he can do is, of course, weapon storage, which back here, you have a slot right here, right on his butt. And there's a tab right here on this gun, which can just store away. Just tab that in right there. Just tab it right there. And there's a slot here, which there's a tab on this gun, which you can then store. So you guys got a nice bit of weapon storage. Nice, clean weapon storage. And there you go. He ready to go. For once he is ready, he can deal with it, Yeah. Very nice looking robot. I like, again, I think a lot of people complain he's too wide. I get it. Like, yeah, he has a whole bunch of folded up stuff right here on his shoulders. I get it, but I don't mind it personally. I like this kind of look. I like the big, he looks like a big burly brawler type, even if that's not necessarily what he is, but I do like that. He is a big robot and it shows. I'm cool with that personally, but I understand why some people aesthetically might find that displeasing. Anyway, also his head is a little sunken into his shoulders a little bit, kind of at certain angles it looks like he just you know, he looks like he's retracting his head like a turtle. But again, if you get it the right angle, it looks fine. So, yeah, that's one thing. But yeah. I guess articulation, head, ball joint, left, right. Left, right. Oop, that came undone because I hit it. It's the first time that's happened. Yeah, left, right, up, down, way down actually. Up, down. You got waggle because the hinge it's on for transformation and whatnot. You can also look way up and way down and all that stuff. That's really neat. Shoulders. Nice. Clicky ratchets, full 360. Outward though, there is a click point where it kind of latches in, but this is just friction all the way out to here. Unfortunately for a lot of people, theirs is like, yeah, you can see mine holds okay, but it doesn't take much to, yeah. So it's not the end of the world. Like it's not super, super loose on mine, but it is kind of bothersome to loose. Bicep swivel, you got nice right there. Again, friction, nice tight right there. Ratcheted elbows, you got 90 degrees because, that's nice. Actually, if you look, there's actually a cutout right here just for that bit, just so you can do 90 degrees. That's real clever. I like that. Here at the fists, I'm gonna zoom in real quick for this part. Fists do have rotation at the wrists, which is nice. And he does have multiple joints on the knuckles. This is actually like old Masterpiece. He's got a joint down here and a joint right here. So he does have, nice bit of curl there, and you can do a full point. And these fingers are all just the other three fingers are just one whole piece. But hey, they still have the two sets of knuckles, so you can have them point barely, but you can have them point and whatnot. So that's real nice. Zoom back out. Yeah, he does also have a waist swivel. Pretty much mostly unhindered. The only thing is just if you have the guns plugged in, watch out for the, don't actually knock them off. But yeah, nice tight friction. No ab crunch. People are wondering, no ab crunch, unfortunately. Hips, though, you can get this out of the way. And the hips, soft ratchet, but you get that far forward. Outward, you get this much, almost the full splits. Backwards, hey, look, the butt flap. Get this out of the way. Again, butt flap can go all the way back, and then, yeah, you have full backwards as well. That's nice. Thigh swivel, it's right there. Only, there's sculpting, banging and stuff, but, that's more than enough for pretty much most any, good-looking pose. He does have, again, a softer ratchet knees, about 90 degrees. Although if you do, you can untab the transformation. There's an extra hinge in there for transformation. You can get a little bit more. Not a whole lot more, but a little bit more. Just a little bit. It's like a little bit more. And also down here at the ankles, you do have a smidge of tilt. Not a whole lot of tilt, but enough. So he's not only a good-looking figure, he is also very much a very posable figure. He just looks real nice. I like him a lot. And yeah, there you go. He is a really good Ultra Magnus. For people who want an all-in-one Ultra Magnus, because, this is not... There's no core robot in this one. This is an all-in-one transformation like it is in the show, because this is Studio Series. But anyway, comparisons. Going to get him back here. Here's the Siege Springer. Give you an idea there. Because they're both kind of second in command, often are pitted against each other because of that. Here's Kingdom Cyclonus. Here's the Studio Series 86 RC. SS86 Cup. Studio Series Blur. Studio Series Hot Rod. Kingdom Rodimus. Of course, his one of his previous releases. Here's Siege Ultra Magnus in more of a default configuration. And of course, Kingdom Magnus would be the same size, different aesthetics, closer to that, but you know, same size. So there's that. Here's a Siege Magnus with the DNA kit, just again give you an idea there if you bought that. Again, Kingdom Magnus with the DNA kit would be the same sort of thing. Only a smidge smaller in this mode. And if you're really old school, it's not City Commander, but it is the Fans Product Shadow Commander. If you have a really old one, just for the sake of it. There you go on that front. And of course, here he is with Earthrise Optimus, who, yep, towers over him, but you know, it's kind of this thing. You just kind of have to accept that Ultra Magnus is either going to be enormous in robot mode or tiny in vehicle mode. Oh, by the way, since well, they're both here, Matrix. I probably should have showed off Nemesis, but this was just kind of spur of the moment. So yeah, that is Magnus's robot mode. I think, again, some people don't think he's too wide. I think he's great as is. So yeah, I think it's fantastic, and it's got a lot of cool things going on, and there you go. But of course, transformation into his car carrier mode. First thing is, yeah, get these missiles off. Just kind of put them off to the side for now. We'll come back, deal with those later. Now, from there, you want to go ahead and take the head here and just kind of push it back like that. Get that dealt with. Now, take these bits and move those out of the way like that, and then go ahead down here, open that up, and then bring this down over the fist, and then close it back up, like so. And same thing on this side. Open that up, bring this down over the fist, and close it back up like that. Yeah, and this part right here, I want to go ahead and take this and untab this like that. Then untab these bits right here. These little shoulder bits, these help lock the shoulders in place in general. But yeah, untab those, bring those up, and kind of have them sitting vertically like that. Back here, what you want to do is untab these bits from, untab the blue shoulder pieces from here. Then go ahead and untab that. The tabs in back here. You want to untab this and kind of straighten that out. Bring this up and over. Yeah, bring the head back a little bit more, and then bring this up and over the head. And don't separate it. That's going to happen sometimes, which is, yeah, this thing doesn't hold on as securely as I like right there. Yeah, bring that over the head. Bring those out. Bring this up like this. Bring this down and around. Unfold this. Bring this around. Bring these. Bring the tires around like that. When it's right here. Bring the tires and click them into place like that. They'll click into place. Bring this all the way up like this. Kind of keep those out of the way. Yeah. Bring this now right here. There's tabs right here which will go into those slots. Make sure that's right up here. Those tabs will go into those slots. Make sure those actually line up and tab in together. Otherwise, it's gonna. There's multiple hinges here, so make sure those all tab in like that. And also bring these smokestacks. Bring those up like that. And then go ahead and bring this up all the way like so. Bring the head down and through. Make sure this also feeds through like that, and we might have to retab. I might have done that in the wrong order, but yeah. Make sure that's tabbed in, and then bring this forward. This right here, you can see those will tab together like so. Make sure those are all the way in. It's not tapping right there. We go. Make sure those all the way in, and then bring this up and tab this into the side like so, and loop like so. So it's all tabbed together like that. Make sure those are still clicked out. And then make sure to bring this all the way down like that. Push that all the way down. And the head we'll just leave as is, and then take the tires right here and just fold those out, and they'll click into place. And we'll leave that for now. That's pretty much the cab done. Anyway, right here at the shoulders, you want to accordion these all out. You know, like that. See, you want to bring these all out like so. Here at the arms, you want to go ahead and bring that up like this. Rotate that up. And then right here, these tabs will fold in. There's little slots right there. Those will tab in right there. And this right here, you want to bring this out. There's a little tab there and bring that out to fill that in. Like so. Make sure these are all straightened out. Everything. And this right here, leave that as for now. Leave that as for now. And then, of course, right here, again, extend this all out right here on this bit. Rotate this around, bring that up. Fold, tab those in, bring this thing out, lock that in place. There you go on that front. Now down here at these things as well, you want to bring this down. This will untab that, and this will then, you can see, rotate it around like this, like that. And same thing on this side. Bring this down and rotate around and right there, like that. Now here, what you want to do is then take this piece right here, come down a little bit. Take this piece right here and fold that up like that. Make sure these still out of the way. Rotate this around 180 like that. You can bring these in, and this right here, these will tab into the sides of this like that. And this will go ahead and bring that in like that. It'll click into place. Same thing here. Click that into place and then bring it up and then click this into place right there. These bits right here will tab together like so. Be a little stubborn the first time. Yeah. Tab that in right for now. We'll just kind of leave that as is for now. Now, right up here, what you want to do is take this piece and then bring this up and forward and just collapse it flat against the torso like that. Now, down here at the legs, what you want to do here is take this piece and rotate this forward like that, 90 degrees. Same thing on this side. Rotate that forward, right? Now, here at the knees, you want to untab this lower hinge. You want to untab that, and you're going to collapse the legs down such a way it looks like it could be a little troublesome sometimes. But you want to attach, you see how the leg looks? You want it looking like that pretty much. You see how this one looks? Yeah, see this one looks like this, and this one you can see looks like this. It's, sticking out like that. So you want to do that. This helps have a nice straight trailer bed. Yeah, so you want to do that. Then right here, these bits right here, we'll go ahead and bring these up forward and tab those in right there. Bring that forward and tab that in as well. And then right here, you go ahead and take these and tab those together. Now here, what you want to do is take this piece and rotate that up and slide it forward. And then again, rotate this up and slide it forward. Like so. We're actually almost done. That collapse, of course it did. But yeah. We're getting close to the end right here. So take the arms here and just rotate those around. Also tab them back in, tab them together back here as well. And click it all the way down to one more. There we go. Right here, there's a tab right here that goes in this little slot thing right here on both sides, like so, like that. Like that. And then another thing you got to do is this panel, untab it from here, bring it out, rotate this panel up, and then close it in like that. So, and then here. That wasn't supposed to happen. Never happened before, actually. Yeah, again, untab that, rotate that panel up, and then bring it up and tab it into up here. And then here, what you want to do is take these wheels. They're on a little weird double hinge thing. You want to just kind of untab them and bring them down like that. Make sure they're sitting straight. Same thing. Untab a bit and just bring them down and then retab like that. So, and then up here, the head. Okay, the head right here, there's little tabs on that panel right here that there's little notches on his helmet. You want to just kind of line that up and get those all lined up like so. And then finally you take the cab piece, you just slide it forward like that. And then bringing it down. One last thing to do at this point is, well, of course, take these bits and attach those right here. Peg that in right there, and peg it in right there. And there you go. That is Ultra Magnus in his truck mode. Yeah. Ultra Magnus is car carrier mode. Yes, you can see it is it's a white cab truck with a, red and blue and white trailer. It rolls really well. You can see that, yeah. You can see it's a white, the white truck. It's got translucent windows. It's got the red bumper and everything. This bits of silver, got a little bit of silver. It's kind of blends in the white wheel, but it's silver for the grille and headlights. A little silver strip right there. Silver on the hubcaps. It's got a little white smokestacks. Got Autobot symbol there. Autobot symbol there. It's got all that stuff. It looks good. It looks correct. It looks like Ultra Magnus with his character. And the nice thing is because of all the transformations, this stuff really smooths out really nicely for the sake of, carrying cars. That stuff. It works really well. Oh, yeah, of course you can see this pivots, although it's not as much as I'd like. Only goes that far before it kind of stops. All that is there. You can, of course, take the guns. They can peg in to the sides right there in that peg hole, if you like, for storage. And there you go. Yep, you can do that if you want. Another cool thing is, as you saw briefly during the transformation, this can separate. The cab can separate if you want. So that's pretty cool. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Of course, the cab is pretty much empty, but there's even that spot. But hey, it's cool that it can separate. Even though it's a single thing like that, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it works pretty well as a little armored, or not armored truck, car carrier truck thingy. So there you go on that. Doing comparisons. Well, first I wanted to compare it to some deluxe cars, and also, kind of show off the feature, which, they're the big thing, which is he can carry 4 deluxe cars, usually, roughly, ish. There might be some leeway just because of things. But yeah, of course, these ramps fold down. These can untab and come down. I kind of like doing that. Yeah, you come down, do that. And, you got stuff like, RC. You can, go up there and then be careful with that. RC can be up here and can have blur just barely. Blur is a bit long, but move her forward. See if I can move her. Yeah. Got a blur up there, and then of course you got, Cup can. Again, he's kind of wide, but he just barely fits. He can roll in back here. He's a bit on the wide side. You can see, because of he's a bit wider, but he does, if barely, just fit. And there, why not? Here's Hot Rod too. Yeah, these are kind of the bigger side of things. This kind of gives you the idea, but yeah, unfortunately, Hot Rod's spoiler is the big problem here. Gotta swap these two around because Hot Rod should fit as long as, yeah. Hot Rod barely fits, and that's because he's a wide car. He's technically not a deluxe, but he does kind of fit. He probably would fit better up top. If barely. Yeah, he just barely fits. And yeah, you're gonna squeeze Cup in there, and then it doesn't not blur, but yeah, you can see, they fit. If barely, they fit though. These are also, again, one of these is not actually a deluxe, but hey, they do fit. Deluxe cars do fit, 4 of them. Again, barely, but they fit. That's one set of comparisons. I guess you can see, hey, look, truck is bigger than Commander class truck is bigger than 3 deluxe class cars. What a shock. I'm not going to compare Cyclonus and Springer in this mode because, well, they're different. I mean, Springer does have the car mode, but or transformed a bajillion things. I don't want to transform another one. Also, yeah, here's again the Kingdom. Again, Commander class. Rodimus. Just give you an idea there. And yeah, they're similar in size lengthwise. Yeah, Rodimus is heavier, believe it or not. Not by much, but he is heavier. And you can see, you know, good size there. Here's with the Siege Ultra Magnus, which will roughly give you an idea of how long the Kingdom Ultra Magnus is as well, which is, you know, a bit smaller overall. See that? And here's Shadow Commander. Just again, smaller overall. Also no turning, but yeah. Kind of tells you kind of things have changed a bit. Is that? And here he is with Earthrise Optimus. Yeah, whose trailer looks very dinky. Because, well, it was a leader class. And yeah, it's just a very different thing. They are not, by the way, not cross-compatible, if you're wondering. They have very different connectors for their trucks and trailers, so they're not. This is a pagan hole. That's a kind of a nice little thing for that. But yeah, there you go. Trucks are pretty similar in size, though. The truck cabs are pretty similar in size because, yeah, that's the thing is his trailer's always been a little undersized, but they're pretty similar. You can see. So there you go. Studio Series Commander Class Ultra Magnus here. He's great. He is fantastic. The robot mode, in my opinion, looks great. I know a lot of people don't think. I think it looks a little too wide, but I don't agree. I think it looks great. He's nice and posable. He's got a lot of cool features. His transformation is amazing and fun and clever. And it's just, wow, they got a lot out of this, you know, what he is. Like, he's better than the Masterpiece. I didn't bring out the Masterpiece, but yeah, he's better than Masterpiece on that front. The truck mode looks great. He's got cool things. My only complaints really are those little flaps on his shoulder pylons are like a little droopy. And also, I've encountered this before, but during the transformation, the truck sometimes likes to pop. The truck cab likes to pop off really easily, and it's kind of a little frustrating on that front. But other than that, he is amazing. I love this thing. It's a great, great figure, and I highly recommend getting one as soon as you can if you haven't already. Of course, it's a Commander class. It goes for $90. I think it's worth that $90. It's just a generally fantastic figure. It does occasionally, I've seen it go occasionally drop down to like $70, $75 here and there. So, you know, look for that if you can, but it is worth full price as far as I'm concerned. And it is a fantastic figure. And unless you just really like the all-in-one thing, or you're happy with your current Ultra Magnus, or whatever it may be, he's definitely worth picking up. So, go get him if you can. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social medias down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Ko-fi, my Patreon, and I shall see you next time with another video review.